Yeah, so after the recent speedrunning controversy, I thought to myself, what's the fastest theoretical way of beating Minecraft without tools or crafting tables? This means it will take longer to kill blazes, I can't craft buckets, but most importantly, I can't mine gold blocks and bastions. Every top speedrun uses gold blocks to trade, so cutting this out would drastically increase the time. We need another way. Or we could work around this. You see, in speedrunning, the best start is to spawn near an ocean and get good loot from shipwrecks. However, we want to spawn in a desert biome for this challenge. You'll see why in a second. So hypothetically, let's say we spawn in a desert village and collect around 5 beds, for later, that is. After that, we need to find a desert temple, which is crucial for this challenge. Inside the desert temple are 4 chests. In these 4 chests, we need sand to pillar out, iron, and 3 emeralds. Very specific, but it will be useful later. But most importantly, we get 9 TNT. This is very useful, because if I ignite TNT next to a gold block, it breaks, meaning we can collect the gold block and use the gold to trade for pearls. Now the thing is, you only get 9 TNT in a desert temple, and gold is spread out in bastions, meaning we're going to have to use a lot of TNT to get gold, and yeah, that's true. Well, except for one bastion, housing bastions, arguably the most useful speedrunning bastion, and it's all because of this part. Well, no, not the chest, but this bit. So next to the chest, if you mine a few blocks forward using your fist, you get 9 blocks of gold all right next to each other. So in theory you can get all 9 blocks of gold using only 1 TNT. And using those 9 blocks of gold, we can now finally trade with piglins. And if your luck is super good, you can get 12 pearls and 20 obsidian quite quickly. The 20 obsidian is useful for making 2 portals. The first one's useful for throwing the Eye of Ender in, so you know the exact coordinates of the stronghold using maths. Yeah, that thing. The second portal is to spawn directly inside the stronghold. This means that you don't have to dig straight down using your fist, which would take quite a long time, but yeah. So, yeah, we've saved 8 TNT, but what's it for? Yeah, that's for something much more important, which we're gonna go over in a second. I mean, let's say we've found the bastion perfectly, we've looted it, we've gotten pearls, we've got 20 plus obsidian, and now we found the fortress. How are we gonna kill blazes? We have no tools. We could use snowballs, but that requires us to spawn in a snow biome, which is terrible for speedrunning. I mean, you have no food, you have no trees, and yeah. And also you need a shovel to get snowballs, which requires a crafting table. Yeah, you get the idea. I mean, you could manually punch blazes, but that's not the fastest way. I mean, blazes have 20 HP. It's going to take a long time. So yeah, the fastest way is actually using TNT. I mean, using the 8 TNT we saved earlier, combined with the fact that it doesn't break spawners, makes it good for 2 reasons. The obvious fact is, the TNT kills blazes instantly. I mean, with 8 TNT, you have a high chance of getting enough rods, which is approximately 6 or 7 in speedrunning. The second reason why it's so useful, which is less obvious, is because using TNT breaks blocks around the spawner, and less blocks around the spawner means more space for blazes to spawn. I mean, this is used by professional speedrunners to this day. I mean, even the most recent world record used this trick. So yeah, it's pretty useful. Okay, so we've discussed getting pearls and rods, but we've not mentioned how to get to the nether. I mean, you could find a ruined portal with just enough obsidian to make the portal, and then we can get to the nether. But there's an easier way actually. Yeah, so remember that desert temple at the start? There's exactly one villager that can help us here, the fisherman. And it has a chance to trade 3 emeralds for 1 water bucket. Yeah, just ignore the quad, that can be removed. And using the 3 emeralds from the desert temple, hence the specific 3 emeralds, we can trade for a water bucket. And we can then find a lava pool, which are quite common in deserts. Just do the usual speedrunning thing and yeah, we have a portal, voila. So to summarize, the theoretical fastest time without using tools or crafting tables is to first spawn in a desert village, collect around 5 to 6-ish beds, depends on how good you are, find a desert temple, get 3 emeralds, iron for flint and steel, and some blocks to pillar up with, trade for a water bucket, and then make a portal. Now that you're in the nether, go to the bastion, break golds using TNT, trade for obsidian and pearls, and then once you've found the fortress, just kill the blazes using TNT, and then use the obsidian to build a portal 1, to find the location of the stronghold, and build portal 2 so you can spawn directly inside the stronghold. Add the pearls and rods together to make Eyes of Enders, and then put it in the portal and you're in the end now. Here's where the beds come in use. So you know how you're good at Minecraft, right? Use the 5 to 6 beds from the village. You can now 0 cycle the dragon and beat the game. So if this run is done completely perfectly, spotlessly, it should take around 7.01 minutes, basically identical to the world record time. It's basically the same thing, but just in a different biome and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all hypothetically. The real question is, can it actually be done? Can it actually be applied? Well, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll attempt it.